Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today the car that I have for you is the Mercedes-Benz G550 4x4 squared. So let's start this full in-depth review. So now I'm going to show you the front end of this car. Let's start by showing you the front end because this car is very loud, so it's going to interrupt the sound. First of all, this car looks like a normal G550, but you have the carbon trims located instead of the front bumper. It's a bumper delete on the front and it's a spare tire delete at the back. You have the carbon trim. You can see the headlight washers and your DRLs that are on here, and that's your main headlight. This is the car's reflector. These are for your car's hazards. Two Mercedes-Benz logos. The entire grille's open for ventilating the car's engine, and just look how good it looks. The top logo and the bottom logo. The windshield is very cool looking. It looks bulletproof, but it isn't. But the only good touch this car is from Brabus is just the upper portion stuff. That's it. But the Brabus edition actually looks much more better than the normal standard G550 4x4. It has more power and it looks better too. Now I'm going to get inside, turn the car on, turn the headlights on so you guys can see, and then after that I'll show you the car's engine. So here we get inside, put the key in. There the car turns on. This is with the car's hazard. This is the car's full light. This is the car's high beam. This is with the high beam off, high beam off. It looks pretty cool in my opinion, and it actually is. Now let me show you the car's engine. Let's talk about the engine of the G550 now. It has the same engine that's located on the G550, but as it's the 4x4 squared, it should have had some updates, but it doesn't. The new generation of the 4x4 squared has the engine from the twin-turbo V8 that comes with the G63. So the new 4x4 gets the engine from the G63, that's the 4-liter handcrafted V8, but the old generation gets the engine from the G550. So let's open the hood. So if you just get this up and push this, you have the hydraulic strut, single one that gets it up. Twin-turbo V8, but it's detuned. It's not a handcrafted engine. But you can see you have Mercedes-Benz written right there. You have the turbos at the center, and you have aluminum treatment on top, so the turbos get really hot so it doesn't damage the car's hood. It looks pretty good in my opinion. It's producing 416 horsepower, but it's detuned obviously. You can tune this car, but because of the size, it's going to be very hard to drive because it's going to wiggle around everywhere. The engine's pretty nice. Transmission is a 7-speed dual clutch. New one gets a 9-speed multi-clutch. Overall, it's a pretty good car too. Bye. If I show you the car's side profile, this is where the car goes to another level. Just look at the car's height and look at the amount of space you have in the wheels. So this car has these special G4X4 wheels. So this is in no other car. It's in full matte black. You have 6-piston brakes with red calipers and it's ventilated. Look at the springs. You have double springs and look at how massive it is. It makes the car much more higher than it actually is. It's pretty cool, but what I love is their side fenders. The full thing is on carbon fiber, but half is exposed and half is paint. But that's pretty good. You have the side reflector here, and then you have the normal G63, this pipe that all the way goes till the back. This is where all the hot air comes out. It has V8 written, but not bi-turbo because it's not the AMG. Just look at the car's doors. What I like about G-Class doors is it's very exposed, and the sound for opening and closing. And because this is the 4x4, this is your first side step, but it's still too high for the driver. So you have a second one. So now you can easily get inside, but it's only for the driver, not for the passenger, because you don't have anything on the back, and that doesn't even open when you open the rear doors. But what's cool is you still have the quad tips like a G63 on the G550. Rear fenders are also very massive. Rear wheels are same, smaller brakes, and same suspension. But overall, you can actually see the car's chassis from here. It looks amazing. If you get up from there, you have the side reflectors that are illuminating, and just look at the car's side profile. It has so much road presence. Now let's go to the other side. I have to show you guys the fuel tank. The fuel tank is capless when the car is, it's not capless, it's whenever the car is unlocked, you can just open it from here and you can fill it up. But what I like about Mercedes is they keep it very low key, but they should have put capless fuel tanks because now a Honda even has a capless fuel tank. Now let's get to the car's rear. So, as we are at the rear of the car, let's start by showing you guys the rear. First of all, just look at how massive this car looks from the back. You have the G550 badge on this side. You have the 4x4 squared badge on the other side. Both of the badges are in chrome, so it looks good with this matte black color. You have the Mercedes logo at the center, and then you have the handle for opening the boot. So if I open this, you guys know how G-Wagon's doors are. It's very, very heavy. So for opening it, there we go. And then you have a massive storage amount that you have on this car. It's same as the normal G550 or the normal G63. This car is pretty much same, it's just jacked up. But the storage you have is very, very, like a lot of storage. And then the carpeting and everything, it's very soft. You can put like multiple luggages. You have a power outlet here too if you want to like put a fridge or something, I guess. And then you have a little storage area on the other side as well that you can fill it up. And then you have some light placements on the top, so there's illumination over there. You have the Mercedes-Benz side sill underneath the carpets, so you don't scratch the car's actual paint. And if come back from here, you have the diamond quilting on the car's boot door, and then you have another handle here, so you could just slam it through. And if you want to close a G-Wagon door, you have to close it hard. You have the windshield wiper on the top. That's your reversing camera, and the windshield wiper washer is located here. You have multiple lights on the top. Why? Because the height of this car is very much. That's why at night, so you can identify how long it is and how high it is, so you don't mistakenly hit it. That's why those lights illuminate when you turn on the lights. If you come to the bottom section, you can see how high the car is. So that's why Mercedes-Benz had to put a bumper in, so another car wouldn't just slam through the car's doors and then the wheels. So that's why this was a safety issue. That's why all of the countries said no, so they had to put this in. That's why you have a full-on aluminum brace over there, so this car looks like a much more beefer car. You have a number plate slot there with 2 lights on either side. I'm going to get inside, turn on the rear tail lights. The tail lights are the tail lights from the previous gen, because this is the previous gen. So let's get inside and turn it on. Here goes ignition, foot on the brake. There the car turns on. So this is with the car's full lights with the rear fog light. This is with the car's hazard. This is with the car when it's reverse. And then if I put her back to park, and if I come outside, I can show you guys the rear. If you guys look at the rear car's lights, I know it's a bit old-fashioned, but you have to understand this is the previous gen light. That's why. You have the hazards, you have the car's tail lights, the side reflectors turn on whenever you turn the car on. It looks very nice in my opinion. Then you have the fog light placement here, and it's the same on the other side, but instead of the fog light, you have the reverse light placement here. It looks pretty good in my opinion, and overall, the number plate slot lights are pretty bright. You have both of them on both of the sides, so your number plate's always bright up. Now let me show you the car's inside. So now let's get inside the rear. So the opening of the door is not pretty wide, but it's okay. And to be honest, this car is made for like Russian mafia, so all of the big guys can sit at the back, the security, so you don't even care about them. But it's so hard to get inside this car. Oh my God. And it's so high, and G-Class doors. I would say the rear seats are the most uncomfortable thing I've ever sit in, but you have good amount of knee room, good amount of headroom. You have some reading lights here too, and you have the main light. It's pretty nice sitting back here, but visibility, good enough. Windows are squared. You have a grab handle here. It's pretty nice. 3 people can sit here. You have 2 cup holder spots here with a 12-volt socket and 2 AC vents to get you guys cooled. And you have magazine holders behind the front seats too. It's pretty nice, but not bad. You have same on this side too. And you have some twitters behind the seat like all Mercedes-Benz cars get. If I come to this side, center seat is more horrible. But if I come to the other side, and if I want to show you the doors, you have your window opener here, window opener and closer. That's for turning the heated seats on. This is your ashtray. This is your door opener, twitter, speaker, diamond stitching, and your grab handle. Pretty cool in my opinion. But the problem is, if you're too like tall or stuff, it's gonna be very hard to get in and out. But now let's get inside the front, where it's much more easier to get in because you have another side step, and it's much easier to sit down. So here we do that. So now let me show you the car's inside. So let's start from the top. The full headliner of the car is in Alcantara. You have two vanity mirrors on either side. Both have a mirror and a light, so that's nice. The rear view mirror of this car is auto dimmed, and you have two reading lights below it, and this is your garage opener. You have light placements here, and this is for opening the sunroof. The sunroof is there, but it's not a glass sunroof, so for that I have to turn the car on ignition, and then if I just push this, the sunroof is going to automatically open. It's a big size sunroof considering it's a Mercedes-Benz vehicle, but it's not bad in my opinion. And it's pretty cool how you close it and open it, because this button is a little flimsy, so it's like, is it gonna break? Is it not gonna break? It's a confusion. After that, let's come to the car's seats. Seats have 4x4 squared written on them, and it's leather and Alcantara materials, and it's fully powerly adjustable, and just look how nice it is. Overall, it is fully powerly controllable, and it's so nice in my opinion. You have a nettage area here, you have a 12-volt socket here, you have another cup holder spot here. It's pretty cool, lockable glove box too, and you have two cup holders here with the car's owner's manual and a light. This part is fully in carbon fiber where your grab handle is. You have your SRS airbag with full leather and white stitching. This is your tweeter, this is your AC vent. Pretty cool, right? Now let's come to this section. This is where your cigarette lighter goes. This is the controller for the instrument system. This is your gear knob. You have some controls here for your drive modes, windshield heater, low range mode, and this entire thing is made out of carbon. This is your ashtray. Pretty cool in my opinion, and your parking brake is located here. Everything has this white stitching with the black leather. That's pretty good contrasting. If I open the storage area, you have two USB-C types 2 that's going to charge up your phone or your other device. You have other seat controls here. This is for your car's boasters, so it's for these stuff, so it's going to hug you more, or it's going to leave. It's going to be depending on that. Now let me show you the car's infotainment system. So let's come to the car's infotainment system. The screen is a little small, but this is the previous generation G-Class. You have to understand that too. So let's turn the car on. So you have to put the key inside, and then when you put on ignition, it does a full swipe and welcomes you. And then if you just put your foot on the brake, there you go. You can turn the car on. And then slowly the car's instrument cluster and the infotainment system both turn on. But what's cool is, just look at all the carbon trim. This carbon trim all the way covers this place. You have your diff lockers too. You have your AC vents. These are your vent closers, openers. These are your shortcut buttons. You have ventilated and heated seats, traction control, hazards light, auto start stop, and then you have the climate control below it. But if you press this screen, the infotainment system turns on with the Mercedes-Benz animation, so that's nice. And you have Bluetooth, you have all your other stuff, but you don't have any Apple CarPlay or any other stuff, because those came on the cars after this generation. If you put the car in reverse, that's the reversing camera. It doesn't have a 360. That's the only camera this car gets. But it's pretty nice. If you come to the steering actually gets paddle shifters, and the AMG ones. So I don't know how this car gets AMG paddle shifters, and it's a G550 or a G500 if you live anywhere else other than North America. Alcantara and leather treatment, and it's powerly tilt and telescopic. That's pretty nice. You have your volume buttons here with the voice command. You have controls here for controlling that screen. Pretty cool in my opinion. Now let me show you the car's instrument cluster. So, instrument cluster is pretty simple. Top speed is 260. That's your speedo. That's your car's fuel gauge. Over this side is your RPM, and that's your engine oil temperature. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. You have your gears of the car and the car's driving modes. The car's on eco now. This is sport, and this is only for the suspension. It's not for anything else. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But if you want to change the drive modes, you can do it from here. So this is sport. You have manual mode or eco. I'm going to leave it on sport for the meantime. And you can control that center screen from this button. You can see the speed, kilometers, range, from start, and these are your trip informations. And then you can control the navigation and audio from here too. That's nice. But as this is an old display from Mercedes-Benz, it doesn't have as many configuration as it did now. This is your high beam and hazard. And you have nothing here because this is where the gear knob stays with Mercedes-Benz cars. Now let me show you the car's door. So first of all, you have the car's AC vent and the AC vent closer, and these are your light controls. And then if you go below that, you can see this car has a fully powered steering wheel and tilt and telescopic, so that's nice. And then if you go below that, you have your two dead pedals here. Then you have the car's brake pedal and the gas pedal. Pretty cool and it's in full aluminum, so it makes it much better. And then you can see the Mercedes-Benz side still. I don't know, but the seats feels like a, you know, like a truck seat, how it's like spring loaded and stuff. But if you come to the car's door, you can see first of all you have the exterior mirror controls on the window openers and the window lockers. Then you have the seat controls with the memory seats, carbon trim. This for opening the door, unlocking, locking the car. And then if you go below that, you have your diamond stitching, you have a little bit of storage here, a little bit of storage here, and your Harman Kardon speakers. Pretty cool in my opinion, it's not bad. But if we come out of the car now, you can see the 2 side steps. And if you enjoyed this car, make sure you hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe. Until then, I'll see you next time. If you need any cars from Toronto Auto Brokers, I'm going to leave their links in the description. Until then, stay safe. Peace.